Alright, welcome YouTubers, Minecrafters, and gamers alike. My name is D33DZ, and this is Gaming with Deeds. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with Deeds. This will make episode 2 of Rainswept, part of our indie series here. And just a quick recap. So when we left off, the detective was getting clues over a couple murders in this city. We had some bullcrap sheriffs and some bullcrap other people that was just trying to sweep it under the rug. And that's kind of where we're going to pick it off. So if you guys like content like this, please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you click that like button. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you know when Deedsville Gaming and Tutorials and Gaming with Deeds got a new video coming fresh out the lab. I'm your host, Deeds. That's me. Let's jump right into it. Right, this is Mr. Willis. He lives right there next door. Coffee detective? Yes, please. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I need my cup of morning Joe. You can ask me any questions you may have about last night. Right, Mr. Willis. Can you tell me everything that you saw or heard during last night's events? Well, see, I headed off to bed around, I don't know, maybe about 11, as I usually do after a glass of whiskey. You know, helps me sleep. Anyway, somewhere around, I don't know, maybe around 12:15 a.m., I'd say I was woken up by a loud bang. I ran to the bedroom window that looked straight down at their place, and so what did you see? Nothing. Their kitchen lights were on, but that was about it. I went to my phone and called Officer Watts here straight away. So how long did it take you to get to the window once you heard the shots? About a couple seconds, detective. Not more than 5, I'd say, you know, if even that. I nearly fell out the bed when I heard the shot, so you might say I was halfway there already. Did you see anyone at all on the street? Anything unusual? Any activity? Anybody just, you know, looking suspect, bro? No, detective. Everything was exactly the same as it always was. So you said you heard a single shot? Yes, the whiskey usually knocks me out pretty good. So if there be more, I didn't hear it. So, do you live alone, Mr. Willis? Yes, I do. Never got married. It's a long story, man. One meant to be talked over a couple of whiskeys, you know what I mean? Can anyone confirm your whereabouts? No, I was just at home, you see. Why, am I a suspect or something? Well, you know, it's just procedure, Mr. Willis, you know, just follow and do. I know Mr. Willis. He's cool, relaxed detective, you know. I don't really know what to say, man. We'll need to talk later, officer. You know, you know what I mean. Talk about what? Are you gonna make me say it in front of somebody? We'll just talk about it later, okay? See, I tried to handle it with dignity. Okay, Sherlock, whatever you say, Holmes. Wow, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did you hear Mr. Willis laughing? He lay over there laughing. All right. Let's get back to questioning this dude. So, did Chris and Diane have many visitors, friends, etc.? No, not at all. In fact, in all this time, I only maybe saw Jack come over to fix their car. Nah, people rarely ever visited them because they most likely, mostly kept to themselves. You know what I mean? Never made any friends here. Was pretty much off to themselves. But sometimes folks don't like those kinds either, so I can't really say, you know what I mean? Nah, I don't know what you mean. Please do elaborate. You won't find anything, anyone crying over their deaths here. Nobody really knew them. I mean, they never got out much. Wow. So I guess just because you didn't know them, that's okay for them to, they a human being, bro. Wow. So, is there any other information you can give me with your weak ass? I don't know if this is useful, but you might heard about Chris and Diane. They look pretty happy when they first moved in. Man, you watching Chris and Diane a whole lot, bro. What is you, a peeping Tom, bro? You putting my pervert radar on, man. What's going on, bro? More recently, though, I heard Diane crying a couple times, usually late at night. See, the whiskey knocks me out early, so maybe that's why I never heard all this before, but a couple of times I was up a little later. One night, about a month ago, I heard pretty bad things, man. There was some, I don't know, loud sounds, like stuff being flung around and such, you see. So basically, like, they was in there fighting and, they was throwing the stuff at each other, you know what I mean? I heard someone crying, and I was thinking to myself that maybe I should call the police. But then it quieted down all of a sudden, so somebody probably got knocked out, so I decided to mind my own business and not pay attention to the wrong that's being done. We never received any calls for domestic violence, but people have often talked of these stories of this kind. So, can you remember when you heard this, Mr. Willis? Well, I was up late writing an important letter. I think it must have been somewhere between the 1st to the 3rd last month. 1st through the 3rd of September. Alright, anything else? Nah, that's all I know about this. Right. Thank you for your help, Mr. Willis. We'll be in touch if we need anything else. You still weak as hell for not, I ain't even gonna say nothing. Alright. No problem. And thanks for the coffee. So, detective, you said you wanted to have a talk later. Is now a good time? I mean, if you ready for me to check your ass, I guess now's a good time. Yeah, let's talk. So, officer, man, I'm gonna need for you not to tell witnesses that they're not under suspicion, especially not in front of them. Like, what type of operation you running here, bro? So basically, you're telling me that I don't know how to do my job. Is that it? Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm telling you. But no, all I'm saying is that this case isn't all wrapped up as you like to believe. How can you not see what's right in front of you? It's so obvious. This dude gonna make me punch him in the mouth, man. Like I'm trying to be cool. Mr. Willis didn't see anything outside the house after the gunshots, and there are no signs of anyone forcing entry either. On top of that, considering how rough things were between the two of them, you heard what Mr. Willis said, right? Look, man, that don't prove anything, man. That's, he say, she say. He couldn't even see nothing. He drunk half the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he didn't even want to step up. If he was really concerned, why he ain't call the boys? If he was concerned about somebody getting hurt, man, I ain't trying to hear what you talking about, bro. The state of their relationship could be relevant, or it might have nothing to do with the case. We don't know that yet. We got to look into that. We still need evidence to prove that either way. So, as for not spotting anyone outside the house, we could just rely on one witness for the complete picture. There's no way we could do that. That witness was half asleep, I should add, drunk. Well, what about the door, huh? How was it locked from the inside? Explain that. We got a smarty pants here. Man, look, I checked the door. It locks itself from the inside when you pull it closed. Like a lot of doors in the world, Whether you pull it from the outside or you push it from the inside, the door is gonna lock. Oh. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying that there's no conclusive evidence yet that it didn't. You feel me? Well, fine then. Dig as deep as you like, detective. You won't find anything new here. I was perfectly capable of handling this case myself, but of course, the head department had to complicate things. I'm wondering why this complicate things for him so much, man. I mean, don't he seem like super defensive, and he's standing all around seeing what dude all over his shoulder, micromanaging to see, see what dude find. Don't that kind of get y'all concerned? I know I am. In any case, Sheriff Harris would probably want me to wrap up this case before the festival, so don't expect him to wait for more than a week. Wow, so basically wrap up a death before a big event. Oh man, that's something that never happens. Huh. So familiar. I have to head to the station now. Officer, escort Detective Stone to this hotel. Or to his hotel, I'm sorry. Will do, sir. I don't know, man. I'm kind of concerned about these characters in this story so far, but we'll come back in the evening. We'll search the house, letters, diaries, things of that sort. Hopefully dude won't be like hanging over my shoulder, man, because he giving me the crease, man. I'm feeling like some type of way about that other dude, man. Officer Blunt, all right. Well, when can we expect the autopsy results? Day after tomorrow, according to the coroner, but I'll confirm and let you know for sure. I'm guessing there were more than 2 bullets shot last night. We should take another look around that kitchen just to make sure. 3 bullets, but we're actually glad that you're here, although the sheriff and Officer Watts would rather not admit it, even to themselves. Oh, well, thank you for the love. I appreciate that. This is like, the first murder here in the last 100 years or so we have no idea how to deal with it. I mean, it's all right. I know what you mean, and I appreciate your candor and you letting me know straight up what's real. I appreciate that. I just joined the force a month back, for instance, and a murder already. I'm not sure if I'm ready. I kind of knew them, you could say. I've never known anyone that's been murdered before. It's kind of weird, a bit sad. Yeah, it's a bit sad, man. In my days, we tend to know a lot of people that's murdered. So I know as an officer I'm not supposed to feel that way, and you'll be fine. Give it time. Eventually the guilt will subside. Thanks, detective. I'll make sure to do that. Well, while you doing that, man, why don't you be useful and let me know what's up with Chris and Diane, man. Tell me something about them. Well, not much. It's mostly what Mr. Willis said earlier. Nobody knew them really. They came in here, kept to themselves. You hear stories about them. Everyone thought they were some kind of weirdos. I admit, I kind of agree with that sentiment too, yo. I feel bad about that now, that they dead and everything. There's no reason to make assumptions about people's character, and character can't be used as evidence. You guys, it's funny. Maybe some of the real people need to check out some of these games and they dropping knowledge on y'all. You feel me? Let me read that again. We're gonna do a rewind. There's no reason to make assumptions about people's character, and a character can't be used as evidence. So meaning if you an asshole, it still don't mean you deserve to be killed. Message. So I'd really like to help figure out what the real story is, whatever it may be. You know what, man? That's all they talking about. The sheriff said there's a festival in the town next week. What's it about? Oh, it's an annual thing. We have it every October. There's a fair on the market street. There's food. There's rides. We get a lot of tourists from nearby states around that time. It's a good source of revenue for some of our smaller businesses here, That, of course, is less important in the light of the recent events, although you couldn't tell from the sheriff's and everybody else's reaction. But it's good to hear you say that. You know, it's good to hear that somebody concerned about the things that are going on and won't turn a blind eye and just keep silent. Message. Of course, we can't go around trying to wrap up cases based on our assumptions, whatever the situation may be. Man, there's so many messages, and I feel like emailing this to somebody. Let's keep it moving. I mean, these were people's lives that ended, and it's our job to figure out what really happened and protect these people. But instead, I guess what I'm saying is you can count on me during this investigation. I don't know about the rest of my compadres. They may not be on board for the all-out truth, especially if it's protecting their interest. Well, thank you. It's good to know that. Know that I got your support. And yeah, that's what's up. I'm hoping the local police will let me do the job I've been, sent to do, though. I don't mean you, but I am, resisting some pushback from those other people that feel like they trying to cover up some stuff, man. You know what I mean? They not so happy about me being here. Detectives, I know what you mean, and I don't even know what to say. Honestly speaking, Sheriff Harris is an asshole. I was actually getting that vibe when I first met him. My asshole radar was going off, and I could tell, man, like, make you kind of want to punch him in the face sometime, right? I'm serious. He doesn't care about anything except running off home and taking it easy and letting everybody else do the work. Man, that seems to be a going theme here. This case probably ruined his plans to relax and enjoy the festival week. I hate people like that. Officer Watts, though, he's really sweet. I know he comes across as a little obnoxious, but oh my God. Oh, snap. I saw her. She was right there. Why am I seeing her? Why am I thinking of her? Alright, you guys. I think this is where we go ahead and end this episode. Once again, you guys, if you like content like this, please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you click that like button. And, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you know when Deedsville Gaming and Tutorials and Gaming with Deeds got a new video coming fresh out the lab. I'm your host, Deeds. That's me.